Welcome to the Leadership TKO podcast, your source of strategies and insight to make you a winning leader. With no further ado, here is your host, Lakeisha McKnight. Hello, everybody. Lakeisha McKnight is here. I want to welcome you to the Leadership TKO, the night show via podcast. Welcome to each and every one of you. Super excited to be here on this September 11th, 2017. It's a Monday here, and I'm actually live here in Chesapeake, Virginia, within the United States. So welcome to each and every one of you. Now, with Leadership TKO, this night show is a part of the Leadership TKO radio station, right, that we leverage utilizing Spreaker, because we're able to connect with those of you who are on iHeartRadio and other platforms as well, including iTunes. And so we thank you so much and we appreciate you. Now, this station is actually parented. It's housed under a limited liability company, or an LLC, that's entitled the International Leadership Education and Development Company. Now, most people know the company as the iLead Company. So once again, thank you so much for being connected. I know there are many of you who are connected to a Leadership TKO from all around the world. There are some of you from Croatia, the Republic of Korea, from Pakistan. We thank those of you who are from Germany, Ghana, South Africa, those of you from France and Norway and Hungary. We thank those of you who are in Canada, throughout the United States. We love you and we thank you so very much. And we want to share with you that our mission, a part of this particular podcast and just the brand itself, is to partner up with associations, with universities, faith-based groups, and small businesses to build winning leaders. That's what we're here to do. So before we dive into sharing with you the layout of the station, of this podcast here, as well as what our focus is for tonight, I am going to share on the platform that I leverage the most, and that is Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to share and welcome people to join me here on the platform. So hopefully we'll be good. There shouldn't be any concerns. So I'm just going to say, join me now as I am now live discussing online business, wealth, and hold on a second. And of course, you can share as well, even as you're listening to this. You may be listening to this on demand, because I just informed you that it's about 9:03 p.m. and it's this September 11th. So you may be catching this a little later. All right. So feel free, once again, to share it with other people that you know who can definitely benefit from this, especially if they're seeking to build a business online. Okay. If they're seeking to build a business online, this would be definitely an episode that will be beneficial for them. So I'm going to go ahead and actually post, right? I'm going to post, there are actually several groups that I'm connected to on Facebook. Okay, so I'm just going to, right now, I'm going to post on my timeline. Okay, so we're going to do that first. And this is on my personal profile on my timeline. And then I'm also going to post on my fan page. Okay, I'm going to post on my fan page and invite them to join me in. Now, hopefully you're connected to me on the fan page. If you're not, feel free to do so, because we provide winning leader success nuggets every single day. So you can get some form of leadership development on my fan page. And the URL, or the website address for my fan page, is www.facebook.com/L McKnight Speaks fan page. Okay. The spelling for that is LMCKNIGHTSPEAKS, and then add fan page to it. FANPAGE. So L McKnight fan page, or L McKnight Speaks fan page. That's the URL for my fan page. But if you're connecting to me on my profile, or if you want to be connected to me on my profile, then all you would need would be facebook.com/L McKnight Speaks. So once again, I thank you so much for being here. Today is actually Money Manifestation Mondays here on the podcast. And I sent out and actually posted a extremely I would call it viral message today. It seems like many people enjoyed the message that we focused in on. And you may see this as the title of this episode today. And it is the 6 Unbreakable Laws of Online Wealth Building. Again, it's 6 Unbreakable Laws of Online Wealth Building. And I talked a lot about this once again on the blog post, and I also shared a little bit on the video, okay, because we do have a video version of the message as well. So if you learn by way of video, we're definitely going to include the link for the blog post as well as the video in the description area of this podcast. So be sure to return back here maybe about 15, 20 minutes after we finish here live, and you should see that content in the description area. Just note that even as we're leveraging the platform here, there is a live chat feature so that if you want to ask a question, if you want to provide a comment on the platform, you're able to do that. Whether I'm live or even after the live version is done, you can still leave a message here if you have something to say. So we always encourage you to vocalize and share your thoughts. And even if you're listening today or any other day that we're here and we're on the platform and you want to, and you believe that anything that we've said has touched your heart or you were encouraged by something that you heard, we want to encourage you to like the episode. There should be a heart button or a way in which you can like the episode. Like it. Let us know how much you've enjoyed it. We appreciate the likes and the thumbs up when you support and let us know. So thank you so much once again for being here, a part of what we have going on with Leadership TKO, the Night Show via podcast. Remember, I'm here normally Sundays through Fridays at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless we need to make a shift and a change in something. We're adding something a little bit different on Saturdays, and I'm going to let you know it's in relationship to a campaign that we have going on. And I'm going to let you know about the campaign towards the end of this episode. So be sure to stay tuned until the very end. But I will tell you this, okay? I will tell you this, that the topic for the blog post today, the central message today, when it comes to manifesting money in your life, there are certain rules that we need to be mindful of. And I share these rules a part of the blog post today, which is the 6 Unbreakable Laws of Online Wealth Building. Online wealth building. And I shared those 6, but I am going to highlight maybe 1 or 2 of them during this episode here. And one of the laws is the law of choice. The law of choice. Now, wealth is a choice. You've even probably heard this before, but you never really understood it completely. Being wealthy starts with a choice, and it's a choice you have to make daily. The internet is responsible for the largest distribution on wealth in history. Now, the power is shifting from the big corporations to the guy or girl in his garage with a single laptop. So you can choose to be a part of this or keep doing what you've always been doing. Okay, but the power is left for us. We have the choice to leverage, the internet if we want to, and create wealth. I'm connected to people who are making, of course, we don't divulge a specific number. Some people don't. I don't. I'm not one that'll go flashing and kind of, creating videos, dropping dollar bills and $20 bills and things like that. But we're easily leveraging the internet and making like $3,000 and $4,000 easily a day. The internet. It's possible. It's happened for me. It's happening for others every single day. Leveraging the internet. It's the power, the law of choice. Now, let me share with you another one of the laws here that I consider to be very, very important. All right. And one of the laws is the law of persistence. The law of persistence. Now, when it comes to online wealth building, for some, the learning curve will be greater than for others. But regardless of your skill level, you will face many challenges, and you're often you might consider just kind of throwing in a towel. That's the way some people feel. But this is where persistence and perseverance comes in. Okay. Realize that you will always meet with some form of difficulty. There's going to be difficulty in the things that we do before you really succeed at it. Okay. And it's essential for your personal growth and developing into a successful entrepreneur. So don't try to just try to take the narrow path, which is for some people the easy path. But the law of persistence is going to stretch you. It's going to stretch your mind muscles and help you grow beyond your wildest dreams. Okay. But you have to not try to think that things are just going to be easy for you. Okay. You have to push through even when it gets difficult. And when you feel like throwing in the towel, know that you need to keep going. That's only a sign. Okay. It's only a sign that you need to keep going. But you're going to make it. If you don't give up, you will make it. You will make it. But there are 4 additional other laws that we talk about. The law of quality, right? The law of value, the law of sowing. There are many other laws that we've included on that blog post. So hopefully you've had a chance to read it. And if you haven't, remember, the link for the blog post is going to be added to the podcast episode's description area. Or if you're connected to me online, all you need to do is take a look at the image so that you can click on the title of the blog post and head on over to the blog and read it. And for those of you who are, you're in another country right now and you speak a different language, some of you may speak another language. I totally get it. But guess what? I have some great news for you as well. Just like we announced on the timeline, we shared with you that the blog is also now has a way in which you can translate it into your language. So for those of you who are, you really need to transfer it into Arabic or Chinese, Croatian, Filipino, French, German, Greek, Italian, Japanese, Korean, I might have said already, Latin, Norwegian, and Spanish. We have these options now. Okay. We have these options now on the blog. So when you go to the blog and you read the post, understand if you go look to the right on the sidebar, it's going to say need translation. Look for your flag and click on the flag and it will translate the content on that page for you to the language that you need. Okay. It would translate it to the language that you need. So yes, French is up there. I'm seeing a couple of the individuals on the live platform here. French is definitely one of them. So you can click on French and it would translate it for you. All right. So that's just a little bit of the unbreakable laws when it comes to creating online wealth. So you want to make sure you read that entire message there. If you look and you go towards the end of the message, there will be a little bit of a link so that it will share with you how to establish passive income for yourself. So if you haven't grabbed that free resource, I encourage you to click on that little link there that says something about a free resource. Click on it. You'll be able to grab a hold of it immediately. All right. So in addition to the focus being upon wealth creation, we also focus in on the magazine. We have a magazine that's called Leadership TKO Magazine, and I'm super excited to announce that one of the individuals that's a part of my team is going to be on the cover of the magazine. So excited to really feature this individual. So definitely wait out and take a look out for that. This is for the fall 2017 issue of Leadership TKO Magazine. And it's a premier self-growth magazine that, where professionals partner up with the iLead company to build winning leaders. That's what we do with the magazine. And we have a deadline in place for those of you who desire to have a business write-up in this issue. The deadline is this coming Friday. And the special thing about the fall 2017 issue is that it will also be traveling with me and a few other ladies into Africa this October. So we're going to be displaying and sharing information about the different business profiles that are going to be highlighted in the issue. And so we're meeting the deadline. We can't shift the deadline. So it's Friday indeed. So if you want a write-up, go ahead and make sure you get in contact with us. I believe we already closed the door as far as inquiries. So as far as getting the application, we're not sending out any more applications at this particular point. But if you have an application link, you want to make sure you get it in by Friday. After Friday, the form will be disabled, so you won't be able to submit it. All right. You will not be able to submit it at that particular time. So be sure to get your business written up in that issue so that you can expand your reach, your global reach of your business into Africa, but more specifically into Nigeria, because that's where we're going in October. One other thing that we noted on the timeline today is classified. So not just the business write-up, but for those of you who want to just get your business information highlighted, even if it's in the smallest way, in the business classified section, then you want to respond to that post on the timeline. You might have to kind of, skim down a little bit. Or even if you want to just reply to this episode, you want to say, well, Lakeisha, I want my business listed in the classified section. Feel free to do so, and we'll be able to get back with you and give you the details on how to get that done. So, yeah. You want to definitely get plugged in. We appreciate those of you who are going to get your spot in this magazine issue. And we're really close with this magazine of actually being on newsstands across bookstores or around the United States. So we're excited about the development of the magazine. We're speaking it out into existence that it will be on the newsstands really, really soon as God leads. So we're just grateful for what God is doing. I also want to shift and say, for those of you ladies who are listening in, as I alluded to a campaign earlier during this message, we have a campaign going on. It's called the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. This is a campaign that started at the end of February, early March, as I was in Asia. And this campaign was launched by myself and other amazing women. These women have their own businesses, but they decided to partner up with the iLead company to make the campaign pick up speed and touch lives around the world. And those women are Takara Steele, Maricela Messner, Cheryl Harris Sutton, Shalia McDaniel, and Remy Douye. All of these women decided to partner up with me, and we launched this campaign. Once again, the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. And even with the campaign, we also have women who are representing different states and countries. They're called ambassadors, and they're representing different states and countries and being a voice for the women in their area. And so we definitely honor those women who are taking action and sharing and representing their states and countries. But one thing about this campaign that I want to mention is that women around the world are boldly coming together to declare that they are women and that they were born to lead, despite what mainstream society may say, despite what situations happened in their past, despite the trauma, despite anything that's happened, they are born to lead. And we encourage every woman, if you're listening and you're a female and you want a support network that's going to help you to succeed, to help you to accomplish your goals, support you as you're doing some amazing things in the world today, we invite you to become a free member of this campaign. And we're going to share with you right now where you can go and how you can do it. How can you become a member of the campaign today, where there's over 1,500 women in a group waiting to support you as you join the campaign. So the way that you join is by going to a website on a desktop or a laptop computer only. You want to visit www.borntolead2017.com. That's the direct website to go to if you want to join immediately. That's BORNTOLEAD 2017.com. But if you want to become educated and want more information about this campaign, I invite you to go to this other website that gives even more information about it. It's www.leadershiptko4women.com. Okay? LeadershipTKO4women.com will give you more information about the campaign and all of the elements, all of the information you need to become educated about this campaign. The only requirement that we ask of you when you become a member is to just share about it on social media and even in your local community as you are able. We're not forcing you to do any specific thing like, you have to have this or you have to do that. We just invite you to share about the campaign. Because the purpose, the mission of the campaign is to promote a spirit of sisterhood amongst women so that we can become effective leaders. Effective leaders. And then we also bring awareness to women's issues, and we talk about solutions that exist now that we can educate other women about. And if their solutions are not effective, we're going to come together and create more powerful solutions. So some of those concerns will range from sex trafficking to domestic violence to sexual harassment, wage inequality, physical health issues, and the like. So we invite you, we implore you, we encourage you to join us today in this effort so that we can be the voice for our sisters, for our mothers, for our grandmothers, for our business colleagues who are being taken advantage of, who are not given a fair chance. We want to declare boldly to the world that we are women and we were born to lead. So once again, I appreciate you. I thank you so very much, each and every one of you listening in under the sound of my voice. I thank you so very much. Thank you so much, Janine Harriet Brown, for being here live in the chat. I appreciate, I believe, Sandra Adjo Sakbanu. We thank you so very much, Sandra, for being here on the platform and joining us here on the platform tonight. We thank you so very much, ladies. And these two ladies, everyone, are Virginia ambassadors. Okay, Virginia here in the United States or North America, they are ambassadors, a part of the campaign. So we thank you so much, Janine and Sandra. All right. So again, today has been Money Manifestation Monday. Don't forget to come back and visit the description area of this podcast so that you can read the blog post or watch the video. Also, if you're able, continue to follow this podcast. All right. Click the little button or go to the Android market for those Androidians listening. If you have an Android phone, you can go to the Google Play Store and look up the Leadership TKO app. Download the app onto your phone. It's absolutely free. Absolutely free. All right. So tomorrow, being that it's Tuesday on tomorrow, it's going to be Authorship Tuesday. So we have something coming up that's going to be super duper amazing. You don't want to miss it. There's going to be like a crash course registration opening up. I'm just giving you a heads up so that if you want to take advantage of that, you surely can. So be sure now to pay attention, stay alert, because tomorrow, once again, is Authorship Tuesday, where we're serving authors. So until then, I'm going to encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live. Guess what? Leadership. Thanks for listening to the Leadership TKO podcast. To continue the conversation of how to take your leadership from good to great, visit www.leadershiptko.com.